Hey guys, it's Ranch, and today we're going to be listing the top 5 mistakes medics make. This list doesn't apply only to beginner medics, it applies to beginners, intermediates, and even highly competitive medics in the right setting. I certainly make some of these mistakes myself frequently, so don't take this as an insult if you make some of these mistakes. Take it as an opportunity to assess your medic playstyle and fix your mistakes going forward. Without further ado, let's get right into the list. As medic, it's all too easy to start healing a heavy, soldier, or demo and just tunnel vision that heal target, forgetting about all others. Playing medic at max efficiency is incredibly stressful, and it's a lot less stressful to simply hardcore pocket a power class, putting the lives of your other teammates on the back burner in the process. This is something we see more in beginner medics for sure, as newer players to TF2 generally have a large lack of situational awareness. To avoid this, simply look out for teammates calling for you. As well as this, use the 360-degree lock capability of the medigun beam to look around at other teammates' health pools while you heal your pocket. And if someone needs to be topped off or overhealed, go ahead and heal them up quickly. Not only will this help your teammate by potentially saving their life, but it will also help you by building your Uber significantly quicker than tunnel visioning one long since overhealed pocket. This mistake goes hand in hand with the one mentioned in number 5, though it applies more to higher level players. Chasing kill streaks as a medic is a slippery slope. I was guilty of this cardinal sin of medicating for a long time, and I've only recently started to break the bad habit. I was perfectly capable of spreading out my heals. I had great situational awareness, a good understanding of positioning and communication with teammates, and I was a good shot with the crossbow. Despite all this, I often refused unlatching my medigun beam from a rampaging soldier for fear of losing one of those sweet killstreak points I felt I had earned by healing him. Unfortunately, playing medic efficiently means you won't always get killstreak credit where it's due. Often, right at the point of impact, you'll have to detach yourself from your pocket to save a burning teammate or get someone buffed up to get to the front line of battle. It's tough to see your hard-earned killstreak slip right through your hands because you're busy healing another injured teammate, but it's unfortunately just how medic goes if you want to play him efficiently. To avoid this bad habit, try using the Crusader crossbow more. This weapon, as well as being an essential healing tool, will put you in the mindset of, I have no primary weapon that will carry me in battle in any situation, and this won't be getting me any kill streaks just for healing teammates with it. But healing and keeping teammates alive is my number one priority. It's difficult to take on this selfless mindset in any FPS game, but you'll find yourself being a much more efficient medic when you adopt it. Standing still is such a seemingly minor thing. Short of snipers, no class should stand still, right? Unfortunately, many medics see no need to move, since their medigun beam stays locked on as long as their heal target is within range. So there's sometimes no logical reason to move in the minds of these players. However, standing still as medic, especially in higher levels of play, is essentially a death sentence. This allows snipers to line up easy headshots, soldiers to jump in and bomb you without any predictive firing required, and basically any class to jump you and leave you with no escape. Sure, there are exceptions, but 99% of the time, if you and your pocket aren't actively repositioning, it's better even to simply strafe and crouch in place than to simply stand still and possibly allow the enemy to line up an easy med pick. On the topic of movement, if you're forced to cross a sniper sight line in some fringe case, such as being chased by a soldier with no other way to go, it's good to be sporadic. Zigzagging will slow your cross overall, but adding crouching and jumping and the occasional zigzag movement left and right at random can increase your chance of survival exponentially when crossing dangerous areas. Moving in a straight line is just as bad as standing still if the enemy team has a half-competent sniper. Succumbing to peer pressure is a legitimate issue in TF2. When you're playing a support role in a video game, people tend to think they have some sort of control over you. Often in TF2, you'll hear, "Why'd you stop healing me?" or "Stop using your crossbow so much and pull out your medigun," despite the fact that your fucking crossbow is the only reason they're alive. Essentially, everyone has their own idea of what you should be doing as a medic and how you should be doing it. It's good to listen to and communicate with teammates, especially as a beginner medic, but sometimes it's actually best to think about things logically. If your teammate turns a corner into the battle's front line alone, and you make the decision to stay back and preserve your own life, you'll often hear teammates angrily proclaim, "I could have killed them if you followed me," while in reality the two of you with no uber charge ready would have had no chance at defeating the sentry, 2 soldiers, heavy and medic waiting for you around the bend. Don't let teammates like this discourage you. Accept that they made a tactical error and you made the smart decision to preserve your own life and uber charge percentage, effectively securing 20 to 30 seconds of time that otherwise would have been spent respawning and walking to the front line from spawn, during which you can continue to heal and build your uber charge. To avoid succumbing to uninformed peer pressure as a medic, try to keep open communication with your teammates. Rationalize your thinking to them, and most important of all, before they even turn the corner to face their impending respawn timer, offer them some advice. Most good players will listen to their medic and attempt to work with them. When your medigun starts glowing and crackling with team colored electricity, it's easy to lock up and become deathly afraid of pressing your right mouse button. After spending close to a minute, or possibly more, of the game building up that overcharge, no one wants to use their charge at an inopportune moment. However, having the mindset that your overcharge is something to be defended and used for self-preservation only is a mistake. While you will sometimes be forced to use it purely defensively, to save your own life and to avoid losing it entirely, an overcharge is so much more than a last-ditch survival effort. A medic should always be on the lookout for an opportunity to use an overcharge in a place and time where a large portion of the enemy team can be killed, spread out, and even have their defenses pushed back. If you feel like you've seen such an opening, trust yourself to communicate with your team that you will be popping so that they will have a second to prepare and react to the proposed push. Don't wait for your pocket to demand a pop all the time. Sometimes the medic, not having to focus on combat, sees far more openings than the rest of his team. If you see such an opportunity to make a great push, do it. Don't be afraid to use your Uber charge. You're better off using your Uber for a suboptimal push than being fearfully forced into use it only to preserve your own life. To avoid the fear of popping Ubers, simply pop as soon as you see an opening. Don't hesitate to, as long as you've communicated with your team what you'll be doing. I'm not saying you shouldn't listen to your team's inputs and opinions on when and where to pop, but you certainly shouldn't be afraid to trust your instincts and pop where you feel it will aid your team in making a push. This will become second nature after playing enough medic. And those are the top 5 mistakes medics make and how to fix them. I hope that even if these mistakes don't generally apply to you, they at least allowed you to assess your own medic habits and potentially play better in the future. If these tips did apply to you and they help you play medic more efficiently, drop a comment below and let me know. Before I end the video, I'd like to invite you all to join my Discord and follow me on Twitter to stay updated and chat with me. The links to both of these are in the description. Please don't be afraid to come join the Discord and chat sometime. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.